All right. Good evening. It is July 23rd. This is a planning board meeting for Town of DeWitt. Um, we have 3 items on the agenda this evening. Have people had the opportunity to review minutes? Any questions, comments, modifications? Minutes. Okay, 1 second. Favor? Yes. Did you? Yes.
No, Jenny was dreaming.
Did you approve?
Did you approve?
Did I approve?
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Everyone else raised their hand. All right. So we've got 3 items on the agenda this evening. The first is going to be public hearing for mountaintop soils. I think that's set to start less than a minute. So at 7:05, we will open the public comment. Is there a applicant online? Yes.
You hear us, Todd? Yes, I am here.
All right, I'm gonna wait until 7:05, then we'll open the public hearing for that one.
Okay,
See if anybody is here to discuss that. What I'm gonna ask you to do is give probably a literal 2-minute description of what you intend to do. And then we'll go from there.
okay.
We just video on music for 30 seconds.
So, you want me to do that now?
Oh, yeah. And then, well, yeah, sorry, and I was just reminded, work sessions. There were no work sessions this week. Are there any scheduled for the next one? No, so, okay. None for the last week and this week and none for the next one. All right. And the next meeting is 3 weeks from today, just due to monthly schedule, so. All right, it is 7:05. I'm going to make a motion to open the public hearing for the Mountaintop Soil subdivision. Everyone second that one. Is there anybody, well, let's have you just give a 2-minute description of what you plan to do with the property.
Sure. Just subdividing the house and the barn into a 4-acre parcel that kind of lines up with 2 adjacent properties for the back property line. Should be plenty of distance on either side for the site boundaries. The rest of the property will then be vacant woodland property that we currently don't have any structures on, and I am hoping to get power into that property at some point in the future with National Grid, and then see what types of options we have for potentially building a house on that property that's remaining, the 65 acres or so, and build a house up on top of the hill somewhere or wherever I can get power to. That's about all I have at this time.
Perfect. Thank you for that.
Sure.
There's nobody here in the room to speak. Is there anybody online that would like to ask any questions or make any comment on this project? Okay. Hearing none, are there any questions, comments here? I think we've got some modifications to the drawings that need to be made. So we'll let you get those and then we'll take this up again at a future meeting.
Yeah, I dropped off new surveys with FOB yesterday afternoon. That should be all the amended drawings.
Yep, so Alana and her team will go through the drawings, and if there's anything that needs to be modified or changed, we'll get in touch with you.
Thank you very much.
So with that, we'll close the public hearing. I will move to close the public hearing. And it will second.
Thank you.
Favor? All right, so with that, the public hearing is now closed. Alana and her team will review the drawings, get any comments to you, and then we'll look to get you on a future agenda and go from there.
Great. Thank you very much. Have a great evening.
You too. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Next up, we have 3350 Erie Boulevard East. This one we're all very familiar with. It's gone through our office and DBA. They're back to us. I think it's fair to address all comments. Everything is good to go.
Yeah, there's one item that I would like clarification on, Mark.
Sure.
As we asked, you remove the curbing by the dumpster. This green hash, what is this proposed to be in front of the dumpster?
Just striping. It's not a grassed area.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
unfortunate color choice, but yeah.
yeah, because it seemed a little like you got the grass hatch over here.
Yeah.
Is this
No.
going to be grass?
That is going to be grass, but in front of the dumpster, no.
So we'll have that striped like the no parking to the left.
Yes, yeah. So we'll change the hatch pattern to match the the no parking.
Perfect. Thank you.
And probably label it as such.
Yep. Put a no parking label. Just same treatment as this section here.
Okay.
Great. Thank you.
Yep.
With that, all other comments, I think, for DBA for us have been addressed. Are there any other questions, comments on this one?
So tight with their picture of the car. Scroll up a snitch. Right?
Yes, that's an existing lot, so
Yeah.
we're treating it as such. All right, so with that, I'm gonna offer a motion here. Motion to approve the site plan consisting of the following drawings: G 105, last dated 7/15/2026. G 106, last dated 7/7/2026. X 110, last dated 7/15/2026. And A 101 dated 7/15/2025. This project has come before the board as a change of use. The applicant has worked with the board to provide a reasonable redevelopment of the project in light of the challenging and tight site and within the constraints of the regulations of the town. This applicant has worked with the DOT and town to assure reworked and reasonable access to the site from Erie Boulevard. The planning board recommended by resolution dated March 12th, 2026, that a parking variance be granted for this site. The ZBA in resolution dated May 18, 2026, granted the variance with the condition that the building be a single tenant building, with the applicant having only have one operating tenant, one business on the first ground floor of the principal structure. This board has received the Onondaga County Planning Board resolutions of 1/7/2026 and 3/11/2026, which found no significant adverse intercommunity or countywide implications from the project. This board has also reviewed the SEIF submitted by the applicant dated 9/4/2025 and issued a negative secret declaration for this unlisted action, finding no significant adverse environmental impacts. With the further conditions that subject to DOT issuing the appropriate highway work permit, as shown on the plan. All conditions and findings of the zoning board approval are incorporated by reference herein are made part of this approval. No building or monument signage is approved, and signage requests must come to the board for approval, except however, with respect to the proposed signage identifying the no parking area and ADA parking. Same must be coordinated with the Department of Planning and Zoning. Upon approval of the department must be shown on the plan. This approval is made with a further condition that this approval is for plans and other submitted documents, site plan documents that have been signed by the planning board chairperson. And the applicant requires that all the work shown be completed by the applicant in order for a certificate of occupancy or compliance to be issued. Any proposed changes, additions, or deletions to the scope of work or material from the site plan documents are not approved and are subject to further site plan approval Our site plans review pursuant to Town of DeWitt Code Section 192-122. Applicant remains responsible for obtaining any building permits and other permits from town or regulatory agencies and may be required for the improvements and or site plan work approved in this site plan approval.
Should we change on the fourth bullet to no parking areas and ADA parking, or because of that one additional area?
Yes, that's fine. Was there one?
Mhm.
Any other comments or changes? Make the motion second. Sarah? All in favor? Great. Thank you very much. Best of luck to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks,
Have a
Mark.
good night.
All right, we have one concept presentation. This is Amazon entrance modification. We have an applicant online.
Yes, this is Dave LaFrisco with Kimley Horn. I'm joined by Doran Bowen with Kimley Horn and Mark D'Angelo with Amazon, the applicant.
Good afternoon.
So
Good evening, rather.
Yeah, if we pull up, why don't you kind of give us at most 10-minute concept presentation. I don't think this is gonna take 10 minutes, but
Now we'll run through it pretty quickly. So really we're proposing site improvements at the project located at 6834 Kirkville Road. The proposal is to improve site circulation by adding an egress point to the existing employee parking lot to the northwest corner of the site. This egress point will allow vehicles to access the signalized intersection along Kirkville Road. In addition to this egress point modification, the existing exit from the site would be converted to a right-only exiting the site, with striping and associated curb island to help facilitate that that turning. These improvements are really being proposed to prevent vehicles from making that left-hand turn onto Kirkville Road and providing an opportunity instead for the vehicles to exit and make that left-hand turn from a signalized intersection. Overall, it's to improve safety, and there have been safety concerns raised from making that existing left-hand turn from the site egress. So really the scope of work would include the removal of the existing landscaping and curbed area in that southwest corner of the existing parking lot. It's fairly minor amounts of removal and then restoration of new curbing and paving and concrete sidewalk to facilitate that new parking lot egress point.
okay. Eric, you had some comments, I think.
Yes, so the town standard for curbing is granite unless it's integral to a sidewalk.
Mhm.
So the island here will need to be granite curb,
Not a problem.
as well as the new curbing in this area. I understand there is some concrete curbing that exists on the site tied into the sidewalk. But I believe after the modification, it's no longer integral to the sidewalk.
Okay, yeah, not a problem. We will use the town standard.
Have you talked to County DOT yet about the median you want to add in the intersection?
We have not, mainly because the intent is that turning movement is really more or less a on-site modification. So we have not engaged the county DOT.
Does that work, that work takes place in the right of way though, doesn't it?
I believe the curb island would encroach slightly over the property line. Yes.
You would need a county DOT permit, so if you could coordinate with them, then make sure they're okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions on this one? Any other comments or You, Eric, or
We
Lana?
just need to have the engineer look at it.
So our engineer is gonna kind of take a review of this one as well. We'll get you any comments that you might have.
Okay. And when should we expect that feedback?
Doing it all right now, I
Yeah,
think.
we are all ready to review it, so hopefully very soon. The number of waiting for we had to send this to the county planning board and their meeting is August 5th, so we need to wait for that resolution to come back as well.
Would you like David and his team to reach out to the county highway department to engage that, or should we wait until we go through your review process?
I would reach out to them now and get that ball rolling. When we get that county planning board resolution, it's probably gonna have something in there about coordinating with county DOT, so,
Okay.
Get ahead of it.
but yeah, I just.
Okay. Excellent.
So just so I understand next steps, provided that we receive the county DOT approval and that any engineering comments are addressed, is there further engagement back with this board, or is it administrative following?
You have to get approval from this board, so you'll have to appear at another meeting.
Okay.
We can get comments to you pretty quickly, and if you guys can turn plans around in the next few days, we try to get you on the next agenda. But we'll talk to the engineer tomorrow and try to get you comment if he has any comments pretty quickly. But yeah, if you can turn your plans around with the granite curving pretty quickly, and then, you know, assuming county DOT doesn't do any issues.
Yeah, so our next board meeting is August 13th, which is after the county meeting. And drawing materials would need to be in by 7th, right? 6th, update materials, yeah.
We would want them next week.
Okay, next week, sorry. The 30th.
Yeah, like it's just very our.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
Okay,
Sounds
thank
good.
you very much.
Thank you.
thank you.
Bye.
Any other business? No? Out of record. Kevin's already got the first, you second, Jenny, all in favor, closing meeting, here we go. Unanimous, thank you very much, thank you, everyone.